This video is going to teach you how to help your child with the very special honor of being the bracha expert of the week. My name is Rabbi Light, and I want to first wish you a mazel tov because your child's name was picked out of a hat, and they get to be the bracha expert of the week. What is a bracha? Bracha is a blessing, and it is the Jewish way to make sure that before we eat, each and everything that goes in our mouth, we stop before we eat and we say, what is this? And thank you for all of the energy, all of the effort that went into creating that food that I am about to enjoy. We also have blessings we say after we eat as well, but the focus of our first and second grade curriculum is really to look at the blessings we say before and always make sure we are conscious before we put things in our mouth to stop for a second and be mindful of that thing we are eating, to say this blessing of thank you and to eat. So it just so happens there are more specific blessings and more general blessings, and we want to help the kids kind of understand those different specific blessings that can be said. So you're going to see this video here, but also there is the rest of, once you're done watching this video, there's the rest of this PowerPoint to watch that's going to help you as well. And I'm going to bring you through the PowerPoint right now. So first of all, you're receiving this email with this PowerPoint and this video because your child has been picked as the bracha expert of the week. That means that their name has been picked out of a hat. That means that they have picked a food using a special spinning device that we have in the classroom, and they have a food, and everyone is anticipating they're going to come back next week with an answer to what blessing should be used for that food. When we have no longer COVID in our midst, hopefully we'll bring in some of those foods and all share them together after the bracha is recited. So what is your role as a parent? Well, first of all, your child is going to tell you about the food that they have randomly picked. And you can ask them if they forget to tell you. Then there's a book that we've scanned. We got permission to scan a book that's going to help you find the proper blessing that should be said. Now, by the way, if you can't find it, you can also check on the internet to say, what bracha, what blessing do I say for eating a Snickers bar or something like that. Or the third thing is you can always say, Rabbi Light, I have no idea what's going on. Please, please read this email and respond and help me help my child with the right blessing. So I think those three steps: one, looking at the book that we scan below; two, looking on the internet; and three, just emailing me. We'll have success through one of those. So the next thing you're going to do as a mom or a dad is to ask your child to have a picture of them eating that food, and before they eat it, they're going to say the correct blessing. Now, of course, how can you help your child with that? Well, on the final slide, there are all the blessings there, and if you press the click here under each of the blessings, you'll hear the blessings, so they can do that. And also know, please, at the beginning of each week, we're always practicing these blessings as well. And they all begin with the same Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. It's just those last few words that are different. So your child should be getting a handle on what this is all about. So your goal is to take one video of your child saying the blessing and eating that, and they can do that in a funny place. They could do that on a swing set. They could do that in their bed. They can do that under the table. They can do that, wherever they want. But I think because they're going to show these videos in class, your teacher's going to show the video in class, so it's fun. It'll provide a nice little laugh. They're like, dressed as a superhero, as a dragon or something like that, so they can dress up any way they want, and they can eat it in any way they want. They just have to eat the food and say what they think is the right bracha. So, then you'll send that video to the teacher, and they will show it before we do our bracha basics lesson in class. And of course, make sure, tell your child, do not spill the beans. Don't tell anyone what the right bracha is, because in class, everyone's going to guess. Then we're going to watch the video. Then we're going to see, did we guess right? So it's kind of a fun little game. So let's just look at this book for a second. So this is the book that once you get your food, you'll be able to look at this book and figure out what is the correct bracha. So you'll see on each page it has a bracha in Hebrew, and then it has the food. Bracha in Hebrew. So for some reason, there's two on this page because there's not a lot of stuff. And you can kind of say, oh, if I have this, I can kind of match it up. So if I picked out of a hat a bread, I would know, or a matzah, I would know, oh, it's this. This is the blessing. Okay, so we have another page. We have another page. We have another page, and you want your child to kind of do the work here. Find where the food is, right? And most of the foods are gonna be right here. Now, of course, the hard part is once you know that that's the food, how do I know what's the right blessing, and how do I help my child say that? So on our final page is one more time a kind of list through, kind of looking at the different types of food are right under, and then you have this click here. So you can click here, click here, click here, and that will take you to me reciting that blessing, and your child can listen to it a few times. And if they get really stuck, they can just they can play me in the background and mouth themselves doing it. Also, if they get really stuck with the Hebrew, they can always go back to what is the correct blessing and just say it also in English. That works as well. So that's the video. I hope you like this unit. We're very excited about bracha basics, and we think that your children will be as well. All right. Bye, everyone.